Hey everybody. And I thought I'd talk about the post-WrestleMania edition of Raw tonight. And, wow, talk about a very vocal crowd. I mean, I just talked about this previously in one video before this. You think that WWE would learn by now, and as I was trying to say there, I think they're going to possibly come up with a solution. I just don't know what that solution will be just yet. But it's going to come up with something so that at least those, so at least a family-friendly situation will come off more, how do I put it, more of what they intended to be as we get closer to, that intention that they want to get to. And, I understand, not a lot of people will like possibly that, like hearing that, but I got a feeling that's what they're going to, I got a feeling with what's going on, that's where they're heading, eventually, so. But overall, like I said, it was very vocal, raw. It started out, of course, with Cena coming out, talking about his victory, kind of, savoring the moment. And then we had Mark Henry come out, and basically it was announced that Henry would face Cena, and if Henry won, he would get a shot against Cena. We also found out why Rock wasn't there, essentially. It's due to the fact that he didn't walk out. It's more along the lines that he was injured. That basically, according to what they said, 15 minutes into his match with Cena last night, he tore his abdominal muscles or something along those lines. And so, that's why he's on to them. We also found out that he's going to get a rematch down the line. We just don't know when and where that's going to happen. But essentially, he's got a rematch coming because he's still the number one contender since, he lost. He's the one that lost the title. He gets the rematch. Overall, like I said, very vocal Raw. We saw Big E make his Raw debut and defeat Daniel Bryan, basically manhandled him and squashed him. We saw Miz defend and lose his new Intercontinental title back to Wade Barrett. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to look at that and say, what sense did it make for him to win it on the pre-show only to lose it on the second match of Raw? Second match of the post-WrestleMania Raw. Doesn't make any sense, does it? But, that's what happened. He lost that one. It seems that we have a new feud starting up for the Shield. It'll be the Shield possibly going up against Team Hell No and The Undertaker, the Brothers of Destruction, and Daniel Bryan, if you will. So that seems like it could be intriguing, and that might be, just saying, not saying it would be, but I'm just thinking that might be the solution to finally getting them to lose a match down the line, to finally show that they are vulnerable. What else? Let's see. We had Del Rio take on Swagger. Del Rio won, essentially on one leg, or no legs. And what happened finally happened. Dolph Ziggler finally cashed in. Dolph Ziggler cashed in and won the World Heavyweight Championship from Del Rio. He is the new World Heavyweight Champion. Now the only question is how long they're going to let Ziggler hold on to that belt is going to be the ultimate question. Are they going to let him hold on to it at least until maybe SummerSlam? Let him hold on to it until Mania next year? We don't know. But it's going to be sometime down the line. We just don't know how far it's going to be. We also saw Zack Ryder, R-Truth, and Santino Marella get a win over 3MB. What else? We saw Randy Orton and Sheamus go to a no contest thanks to the Big Show, because apparently Big Show doesn't want to face either of them or something, I don't know. You know, overall, like I said, if I missed anything, oh yeah, we saw Chris Jericho interfere during Fandango's match um, against Kofi Kingston. So again, not too sure where they're going with that yet. Not seeing how far they're going to go with that. Sorry about that there. Oh, I didn't want to share. I want to go to my playlist here. Just working on something on YouTube here. But overall, like I said, I thought it was an okay post edition of Raw. I mean, so yeah, like I said, overall, good post edition of Raw. So definitely worth checking out if you see the replay or something like that. And I don't know what else to say about Raw, except it was good. Like I said, I thought it was a decent Raw. And again, like I said, the highlight of the night was Dolph Ziggler winning the world title, cashing in Money in the Bank, which a lot of people were hoping was going to happen last night, but didn't. Unfortunately, it did not happen last night. It happened tonight. So, and I thought Cena, whether you like him or not, I thought he was good on the mic tonight. Really embraced the crowd and the reactions. And, like I said, it was a very vocal crowd. I mean, what more can you do about that? Very vocal. Very like, we want this, we want that kind of stuff. Just a very vocalized crowd. And I don't think you can expect anything else in the New York, New Jersey area. Because like I said in the previous video, you're essentially at that time in smart mark territory. You are. You're essentially in smart mark territory at that moment. So, and essentially, what would be the WWE's backyard, you're essentially now in ROH and CZW's backyard. Oh. So, anyway, that's overall. I thought it was okay. Raw. I'm gonna check ringside news to see if make sure I don't miss anything. But I thought again I thought it was an okay post WrestleMania edition of Raw. I mean, again trying to find here we go, the results. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, we had the match, the 8-person tag that was supposed to take place last night at Mania. We had it take place, and of course, what we would have thought was going to be the outcome anyway at Mania did happen, and that was Tons of Funk, Tenzai, and Brodus, and the Funkadactyls, Cameron and Naomi ended up winning. So, and I like one thing. I always like the fact that they're allowing allowing Naomi to get physical with the guys by hitting Hurricane Ranas on them. So that's pretty cool. Overall, like I said, it was an okay not go home, but post WrestleMania edition of Raw. Like I said, the crowd was hot, and the highlights of the night, of course, Dolph Ziggler cashing in, becoming world champion, and I think the other highlight was the fact that you had Ryback, I guess, supposedly turn heel, but why would he still be not acknowledging the fans if he had turned heel? I think it's more of like one of those, king of the jungle kind of scenarios. He wants to be the king of the jungle, and here you have the current king, and here you have the young lion that wants that position, or something. Overall, though, it was great. Top highlights, again, like I said, Ziggler at number 1, crowd definitely at number 2, and Ryback at number 3. So, that's all I'm going to say. Let me know what you guys thought of the post WrestleMania edition of Raw down below, and I'll talk to y'all later.